All right, y'all, welcome back. This is a little interesting angle, but it's perfect because I am actually in my bathroom. If you couldn't tell, those are just my collection hoard of robes, some of them. But either way, I am here to start giving you a little bit of background for day 12. So, today I'm going to be doing a Target run. What else is new? But I was like, I'm not really doing anything super exciting today, at least not really playing. So I was like, what can I give them for content for my celebration day? Now, going to Target for me is always a joyous occasion because I tend to find way more things than I need. So it's joyous for me, not so much for my bank account. However, I do actually need a couple of things, and I'm also going in search of a tree topper. So I mentioned if when you see, I have not posted this vlog yet, but when you see it, I decorated my tree, got that up, and the thing that I usually use for my topper, I didn't like the way it was looking. It was like a big one of those big bows, just kind of flows down, and so I want to find like a different tree topper. So I refuse to go to Walmart, and so I'm going to look at a different Target. I looked last night and I found what would work, but it was in gold, and I need it to be in silver if it's going to be between silver and gold because of the colors on my tree. So we're going to search a different Target, the one closest to me, and see if they have what I need or some other tree topper that I can find, and also potentially find some mini bulbs for a little tree that I have in my second bedroom slash office because I want to put some little bulbs on there. I found some at the other Target, but they weren't the right colors. So I'm going to see if this Target maybe still has some. And currently, Target has the holiday stuff 30% off. So like decor, stockings, ornaments, stuff like that. I don't think the gift wrap or those types of items are marked down. It's just like the decor. So we'll see. Trying to keep it probably under 20 bucks because it's just a tree topper and it's not something I want to invest a ton in. They do have some really cool ones that do a LED light projection on the screen. So like it sits on top, and then from the top of the topper, these are like star shaped. So from the top of the star, like it does like a little ceiling thing of stars on the ceiling. So it looks like it would be really cool, especially if you had like kids. I could see that being great in a room, what you call the lights off. It's just the tree and then you have the little lights. I could see that being gorgeous, but for me, I don't need all that. I just need something to sit on the top of the tree. I don't need lights. I don't need cameras. I don't need action. Just simple sitting on top. But what I have you in my bathroom for, other than to show a slight get ready with me. So I've already done my facial cleansing. As you can see, I'm already dressed. This sweater came from Amazon about, I think I got it in 2020, so like 3 years ago, because I got it over the pandemic. And I think I put it in a haul where I was starting to explore like plus size clothing on Amazon. So this is one of the things. If I can find that video, then I'll put it either at the end or put the card up. But if not, this is where it came from. And you know how some things on Amazon is like when it's there, and then sometimes it just disappears. Like the sellers or vendors, I guess, once they sell out, they're done or whatever. So if I can still find the sweater, then I will link it down below in the description. But if you don't see it there, then that means it's not available. Or if I find anything that looks similar, then I'll also link that too. So, and I'll notate the fact that it is a similar thing and not the actual thing. But this is what we have so far. It's plain on the back. And it comes down pretty long. I have on leggings. I'll try and do a different view. Maybe I'll put a picture of the full body. I might take a picture later and then post that somewhere in here. So we'll see. But what I have left to do, I've already done my facial cleansing, which is the face wash, which is right now I'm using Tula skincare. This is the Cult Classic Purifying Face Cleanser. Now, you may have seen me mention this in one of my empties because I started out with a trial size and I had this in the moisturizer in trial size. So I just wanted to try the product, see how my skin reacted, see what it did for me. And I liked it. So when Ulta had one of their beauty specials where they had like different items half off, like every day they had like a special item, I got these because the Tula, I think it was the 20 Days of Beauty or whatever, these were special. So you had the face wash and then the moisturizer full size, both full size were half off. So I got them. So right now I'm just using the face wash, I did like the moisturizer, but the only thing is I feel like it kept my skin moisturized for the day that I used it. But the next morning when I would wake up, on my cheeks, sometimes it would be little dry areas, which my cheeks, I have T-zone combination oily skin. So the T-zone is where the oil goes, and then my cheeks tend to get dry in the winter. So I did have notice some dryness like when I would wake up in the morning, but during the day it was fine. Like the day that I washed my face with it and applied the moisturizer, it was fine all day. It would just be the next day. So that's why I want to try. They have the intense hydrating. I think it's in a white container for the moisturizer. So I want to get that and see if that will work. Because I think the other one's just too lightweight for winter. I think it would work great in spring and summer though. So I'm definitely still going to use it. So that's my face cleanser. And then for my toner, I use the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner. This is the original because I think there's a second one out now. But this is the original. It's just fat water. Yeah, so I use that. I've been using that since it came out. And then for moisturizer, I'm actually currently using, this is by Too Long. It is a essential mineral daily moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, magnesium, and an antioxidant blend. And y'all, you may not be able to tell. Let me get a little closer. Like the smoothness, because the lighting is not the greatest, but my skin is so soft. And once this, I just put on moisturizer, so it has a little bit of shine still drying down, but the skin be skinning, and it feels so good with that moisturizer. And I've actually had that moisturizer. I'll take it out. And I believe it is. I ordered it when I was doing reviews for Amazon, so I think I only paid. I either got it for free or paid like $1 for it. And they still make these. The company's still around. They have tons of products, and I actually have other products by them, which I'm probably going to dig into now that I've started using. This is the first one I think I started really using, and it's great. Even though this is a small 2 ounce thing, you don't need a lot because it's a good thickness. And I was pleasantly surprised, and my skin is loving it. It feels so good, so clear. So I would recommend this. It's an affordable moisturizer, and I'll link it down below because I think it is still available on Amazon, and it's also, I want to say, maybe available on Walmart too. So I'll check into that and see if there's other places. That I'll link the Amazon link because that's where I ordered it from. But this brand, I don't know how many. It's pretty affordable. I want to say it's like maybe 13, $14, so not bad. And I feel like this will last at least a couple months, and I use it daily. Um, so that's very affordable. So what's left is for me to finish my face, which is going to be to use my eyeshadow pencil. You guys know I've talked about this a billion times. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil, and I use the color dark brown, even though dark brown is honestly black. Even though it looks brown here, but like you guys see my hair, you see my eyebrows, they are black, and it blends in perfectly fine. So if you have black eyebrows, or you need like a black, get the dark brown for this one. They have a range of colors and browns and whatever. So you get the little tool here. I don't do a lot with them. I just kind of, make sure everything's going in the right direction. Nothing's crazy. Sometimes I don't even use the brush. Honestly, I'll just use my hands, and I'm not a pro, so don't come for me like, oh, you're using it wrong. I might be, probably. And so this is a twist up pencil here. It's got a little bit of kind of like a gel texture. It's not hard or coarse. And so I just kind of fill in. I just use it to fill in. I don't like the super thick brows. I used to have thick brows, and I don't know, they just stopped growing. But yeah, I just use it to fill in uh, the spots. That's it. Just make it look smooth. You can kind of see this is done, undone. And then, of course, at the end, I just like give a little fill in there too. Now, I do have brow gel. I don't use it usually because half the time I forget about it. And I'm not that big into doing a lot with my brows. I just like to make it look as natural and normal as possible. So truly just an enhancement. So this is what they look like. Filled in. So yeah, love that. You can get that from Target as well. $3. That's why I love it, and I keep them in stock in my makeup drawer. Next is going to be to deal with this hair. So I have it pulled back so when I was cleansing my face, it wouldn't get in the way. This is my good twist out or twist. I didn't do anything in particular. I really was just like, I need to twist it. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I had it in a bun yesterday. So I just did it late last night. So we'll see how it comes out. Because I mean, I like it or what, because that's, you know, my natural girlies know some days are good days and some days are not so great when it comes to twist out. Never fails. Either way, we got a handy dandy scrunchie here ready for a high bun or low bun if it doesn't come out good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start untwisting. Alrighty. I typically start from the back and work my way forward. So we'll see. As always, fun to see what the results are. And also, while we're doing that, I'll notate what. This is what I'm currently using for my twist outs. It's the Camille Rose Almond Jai, yeah, twisting butter. And this is my go-to for twisting twist outs currently. And you know, I like this particular line of Camille Rose, meaning like if you see the packaging, like the pink, this is kind of like an original because she has a lot of different ones. But this one has the sweet almond, milk, and honey. So yeah, this is what I use to when I do these twist outs. Now again, it was late last night. Um, I didn't put a lot of product in my hair, nor did I dampen it too much because I was about to go to bed. So we'll see what it comes out like. So if it's not cute, it's not the product's fault. It's mine. It's user error, not product error. But typically they do come out pretty good. As you can see, it's not a lot of frizz. It was already frizzy before I did the twist out. So let's see. Yeah, that came out cute. Just so you can kind of see how they come out when we untwist. Now I just do regular, just a regular twist. I don't do any like special. If you want something a little more voluminous, you could try braiding versus twisting. But I'm lazy, and twisting takes less time than braiding. All right, and I am picking it out a little bit so we can blend it as I undo more. I do use black rubber bands on the bottom, if you were wondering. On the end, this is how it untwisted. This side, my left side, always is like the ideal, perfect, does whatever I want to do. The right side shows out all the time. So how about I check my Target? You know, Target's doing like deals of the day. Today's deal of the day is 30% off the Stanley 2-pack everyday cups. Now, I'm not a Stanley girly. I do not own one of the infamous big cups. But that 2-pack is like $30 and it's 30% off. So that's like $9 off. So yeah, I think I might have to own a couple of Stanleys. And if it wasn't for that sale, I would not be purchasing them. Like if they're not on a sale or clearance, I will not be owning or purchasing a Stanley. All right, now, so we are going to do a red lip today. I thought about putting on eyeshadow because I actually do have green eyeshadow. But now that I've seen that sale, I really want to get to Target. So I don't want to do that. This is my Fenty Beauty in the MVP. This is the regular lipstick. I do have this color red in like every uh thing that she's made it in. This is not the newest lipstick. So don't come for me and how I put on my lipstick because I know it's probably not correct. But that's how I do. And then I'm going to apply a little topper of the Fenty Beauty. Is kind of faded off there, but the Fenty Heat. This is the one that's the plumping version of the lip gloss. And this is in the color Hot Cherry. So it's the red Just add a little moisture, a little shine. The lipstick is like semi matte, so it does have some shine. It's not completely matte. Now, normally most people would just put it in the middle, but not me. And then last but not least, I am going to spray on my scent of the day, which is Dylan Purple. Oh, it's got some of my hair on it. Dylan Purple by Versace. And this is the 1 ounce bottle. Yes, I'm an oversprayer. All right. So there we go. Dylan Purple by Versace here. And I'm going to get my boots on and head out the door. So I might do a little bit of car vlogging. We'll see. Because it is daylight. Thank you, Jesus. Hey, y'all, and welcome back. We are now at home, and I'm going to share with you what all I purchased from Target. And yes, I got something that's probably going to bring a little drama once you see what it is. I'm going to leave that for last, that item for last. But I did manage to accomplish. Sorry, guys, I've got my mic on. So let me get that together for you so you can have some good volume, good audio, hopefully. So what I was saying is I did manage to accomplish purchasing the things that I went to Target for, and of course extra things, because do we ever go in Target and stay on task? No. I will insert a little bit of footage of things that I looked at while I was in Target. So I'm also going to share a couple of sales that I saw that were going on. And let's go ahead and get started with the first thing that I purchased, which was the main reason for the trip. And that was to get a tree topper for my tree. Now, you will see in my other video that will eventually get posted. These are probably going to end up out of order. I am editing that right now. I did put up my Christmas tree, and I shared that with you guys. And I'm starting to put up my decor around the house. And I needed a tree topper. Now, they did have tree toppers that were super fancy, super cute. That light up, that do the LED lights on the ceiling, and I made sure to put that in the footage so you can see what I was talking about. Because honestly, if you have kids, or if you are maybe going to be entertaining like family or friends for the holidays, I think it would be super cool to have. But for me, it's just going to be me, so there's no one to impress with the tree except myself, and I'm impressed with a unlit just nice little simple tree topper, just because I don't want my tree to be looking sad without one, because it does look kind of sad without a tree topper right now. So this was $10 originally. It's from the Wonder Shop. But all of the holiday decors I think I mentioned earlier is 30% off right now. And so it's a Target Circle coupon thingy in there. So just go in your Target Circle, your Target app, and it should pop up like in the like main row, because it's one of the special promos. And so just click on that and you'll get 30% off any of the holiday stuff that you purchase. And so I ended up paying $7 for this, which is definitely not bad. And again, something you're going to be using. Like, I'm probably going to keep this because I didn't have an official tree topper. I was using that bow that you guys will see in the trim the tree in my tree decorating footage. But now I have this, and I actually like this better than the bow, and I think it'll look better on my tree. I almost got this silver star that lights up. I think it was $15 maybe. It wasn't much more than this one, but then when I moved it around, I saw this was kind of high mine, and I'm like, this is me right here. It makes a statement. It's gonna do, and it is pretty. It's white. I don't know if you guys can see that it's sparkly, like glittery, and that's why you'll see the snowflakes I put on my tree also kind of have like the glittery in them. So that was it. If I wouldn't have found this, I probably would have gone to Lowe's to check out what they had, because they do have some stuff marked down too. But we didn't have to do that because we found this. This one is so simple, yet it does exactly what I need. So I'll insert a shot once I put that on. I'll insert a shot of the final product of my tree with all of its pieces. The second thing that I had in mind of picking up when I went to Target was the Stanley Go Tumbler 2-pack. Now, granted, I'm not a Stanley girl. Let me say that first. I do not own like the classic cup that everybody went crazy over. I have a dupe from Amazon. I will post the video where I talked about that dupe, and I am actually, I still haven't tried it out yet. I'm going to try it out so I can test it against the claims that Stanley Cup makes and see how well it compares, because it might be able to save you a little bit of money. But today's Target daily deal was 30% off this particular duo. It had some color variations, but this is the only one that my store had, so I got them. I don't mind them. I'll probably actually get some cute little stickers or something, like maybe the ones that people put on their laptops. Or I think Stanley actually has some now. I have to look into it. Or they start making them specifically for like the Stanley cups and stuff. So I'll see. But these are cute. These are 10 ounces. So you get two 10-ounce cups. The other color options were navy blue. It was a navy blue and green. And then you had like a dark pink, light pink combo. The dark pink, light pink, I think was a special or limited edition. So it wasn't even, available at all, even for shipping. But if you still have it in your store, it applies to this 30% off. So these retail for $30 and I paid $21 for this. Just and I think I already explained, as you see my car footage, I explained the details, but just to reiterate, these are BPA free, they're stainless steel, dishwasher safe, double wall vacuum. They keep things hot for 1.5 hours, 5 hours cold, and 20 hours cold if you have ice. Alrighty. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal for those. I'll probably use mine more so for hot, like maybe if I'm drinking coffee in my office and I want something with a little bit more security, which is by having a top versus just an open coffee mug. So I may see myself using that. So I'll report back on those. So I'm going to watch those and then figure it out. Next up, we have, this is something that I was not even looking for, like something that I knew existed but kind of forgot existed. And this was Reba McEntire's new book. And it is called Not That Fancy, Simple Lessons on Living, Loving, Eating, and Dusting Off Your Boots. And if you don't know who this lady is, you are probably way too young to be watching this channel. And you must also live under a rock, because she is everywhere. She is a queen of the game and the country music game. This is Reba McEntire, country music singer. She has a show called Reba. It was like a, I guess you can call it like a sitcom or whatever, but it was a really good, funny show. And it still comes on, so like you can find it everywhere. And she is a coach on The Voice as well this season. So you should know this little redhead lady, okay? And we love her because she's like Auntie Reba. She is, even though she is a diva, she is not, does not have the personality of diva. She is a very sweet, humble person. She's kind of like our modern day Dolly Parton in terms of legendary. So we love Reba. And it has a foreword by Garth Brooks, also another major country music person. So I need y'all to get on it if you don't know who either of them are, especially if you don't know who Reba is. So in the back, it says the best things in life are really not that fancy. Time with family, hard work, and a good bowl of beans and cornbread. Come on in, kick off your boots, or leave them on. I don't care, and let's have some fun. So that's what this says here on the back, and that's Reba, kind of standing at door her house. So she's kind of it's like the welcoming us in. And this book is, like the title says, is a combination of things. So it is a cookbook, but it's not just a cookbook. Like you have food, you have some little personal lessons, and I'll give you guys some flip throughs just so you can get an idea. It's full color, like everything is, all the pictures, everything is in color. Glossy pages. It's a total of 271 pages. That's from front cover to cover. But she has like recipes in here. And the recipes are rated by level of difficulty using like a little spoon rating system. I don't know if you guys can see it, from 1 to 3 spoons. So of course 1 spoon being simple, and 3 being a little bit more difficult. Or maybe it could just take more time, more ingredients, whatnot, more processes. Most things do have a picture. Most of the recipes do have a picture, but some of them which I love. I love that because then you know if what you're doing looks anywhere like the recipe, especially if it's something you're not familiar with, or you never cooked before, so you're not quite sure what it should look like, if it's coming out right or not. So I love that. But she has lots of pictures in here, and then she has like stories that accompany this, and about her family and all of that. Similar, I would say, it's very similar to Joanna Gaines' cookbooks in that respect, in terms of having like recipes, but they also have like a little bit of a story time with them. I love that. Now, Joanna's book is not 100%. Most of her recipes, her pictures are in color, but this has way more pictures and things like that in it than Joanna's book. But I do like the combination. I love what she did with it, and I cannot wait to dive in. Target is currently running a Target Circle deal on books, and it's, I think, all books, like cookbooks, regular books, whatever. They are 20% off, hardback, paperback, whatever. Even new, because this is a relatively new book. And so Target, this book retails for $34.99. Target always, discounts their books when they sell them. The sticker that was on here before I took it off, because it was covering the title, said 30% off the cover price. So Target was selling the book for $24.49 without any promos. Like, that was just the flat cost of the book in Target. But since it was on the 20% Target Circle deal, I only paid $19.59 with this book. And for a hardcover cookbook that's like fully glossed and all that, plus is Reba and a relatively new book, I think I got a great deal. All right, so that is everything else except for my last item, which I actually didn't have to buy because it was free, and I'm going to explain how it was free. And I'm also going to give a little, I'll just go ahead and show you what it is. It is a Starbucks tumbler. We all know what these are. These are pretty legendary, as you would say. Now, I know how people have mixed emotions about Starbucks right now because of the situation in the Middle East. I'm going to touch on that in a minute, but first let me tell you about these tumblers. So the tumbler retails for $24.95. Currently, all the holiday edition Starbucks things are 50% off. So this tumbler was 50% off. I had 400 stars that I could redeem for free merchandise. And I have had my eye on this cup since they released this line. And I got this for free. I redeemed my 400 points and got this cup for free. And I have no regrets. So, little story time also with that. Not too long ago, Starbucks was doing, earlier this month, Starbucks was doing a promo where if you purchased a drink or, anything, you got 30% off the merchandise. Well, the day that I went, it was only like for a weekend. It was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I went on a Sunday, and it was probably like an hour or so before closing. And I went to a Target with a Starbucks in it, and it wasn't the same one I went to today. And the girl who was working the cashier, she did not know about the promo. Like, I asked her, like, was it any item for 30% off or whatever? She didn't know. So she didn't know how to do the deal. She directed me to some other items. It was some cups that were already on sale, and she was like, oh, it's those. And I'm like, I don't think it's limited to just those. So I just didn't buy anything. Fast forward to today. I didn't pay anything for this cup. It was free. Now, people talk about, like, everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that happened for a reason, because had I been able to do that promo that day, I would have purchased this cup, which, like I said, was originally $24.95, and I would have only saved 30%. So I would have only saved about $7 off of this cup. Not horrible, but free is always the best way. Okay, best way to pay, free. So I think, for me, that was just kind of like, that's why that happened. So that you wouldn't have to spend your money on it. You got it for free. So if don't mind supporting Starbucks right now, if you have someone who these will be a great deal. And it's all the holiday ones. It's not just this color. It was the pretty red ones, the purple, the blue. And I don't know how long it's going to be on sale. I don't know. It's not a one-day sale. I can say that. That's for sure. But I don't know how long or anything like that. So I would say if you go check out your Starbucks in Target. I don't know if it applies to like regular standalone Starbucks either, but for the ones in Target, go check them out. The holiday stuff should be half off, I would assume. Now, on that note, going back to Starbucks and how people feel about it or whatever, I think there's a lot of information out in the world, particularly on social media, about Starbucks, their involvement and who they support. And there's also the whole tweet gate, is what I'm going to call it, because it was a little bit of a tweet scandal regarding that happened like early on when things first started happening, with the situation in the Middle East between Palestine and Israel. So I just want to say this and make it very clear. I do not condone or support any situation that involves the harm, the trauma, the any kind of negative impact on children in any way, shape, or form for any reason. Period. Hey y'all, everything Marquita here, and I just wanted to hop on to sum up what I was saying because I went on a whole rant and rabbit hole. So all I want to say, and just to make it clear, is that if you feel like boycotting Starbucks or any of the other companies that you feel may not be supporting the right side that you feel like should be supported, then there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't have an issue with that. I'm not saying that it's wrong whatsoever, so I want to make that clear. What I am saying is that for me personally, I don't feel like that is the best way to show support, nor do I think that that's really going to make an impact or help get towards the ultimate goal, which is a ceasefire, which is what I think everybody wants to see that's participating in those boycotts. But that's my personal opinion. I don't feel like it's going to do that, because at the end of the day, I do understand the history between those two countries, and while things have escalated to beyond what they normally are, they have been fighting for as long as some of us have been alive, if not longer. And unfortunately, closing down a corporation over here is not going to stop the tensions over there. I wish it would. I wish it was that simple, but unfortunately it's not. And guys, there are rabbit holes that unless you really start digging, you know nothing about, just going off of what you see on social media or the surface, what I call surface level facts, meaning kind of like the basic information, like we know that one side attacked the other and then this war broke out. That's the big summary, big picture that a lot of people know. And then people are going off the fact that they say, oh, well, some people made certain comments, or certain companies supported certain things, or said certain things, or didn't say certain things, and they're sending money. But I haven't seen yet on the internet a receipt that shows anything where a corporation sent money to the side in which people are saying are in wrong. Have not seen anything to show evidence of that. All I've seen is people making posts saying that certain companies support one side versus the other, and therefore that makes them bad, and therefore we should not support them. But I haven't seen any proof to support that allegation. So maybe if I see more proof, then that might lead me to make different moves. But until then, I'm not going that route. However, what I would say, that if you really want to support and you are withholding your finances from these corporations, take the money that you're withholding, if you can afford to do so, and send it to a charity or a group that is currently working to provide aid to victims over in those countries. And remember, there are victims on both sides. I know we focus on one side, and we focus on, the children and everything being unjustly attacked on one side, but guess what? There are children on the other side too that are suffering, so let's not forget about them as well. But I would say the best way, and this would be the way in which I would support and that I would, go towards, would be contributing to charities or groups who are providing current aid or resources or materials to people who are currently living over there or trying to get out, or even that have been victims, because we know their hospital has been was attacked as well. So that is the type of support that I prefer, knowing that I'm helping the source directly, like I am helping those who are truly in need. Because to me, not going to Starbucks and just keeping that money in my pocket is not helping it's not helping anybody other than my bank account. So that is just my 2 cents on that. Again, like I said, I think everybody should do what they feel is best for them. And if not supporting a company over here makes you feel good and it feels like the best thing for you to do to show your support for that situation, by all means, I do not judge. I feel like that's what you should do. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope that you were able to get some more ideas off of this. And let me know if you scored the Stanley deal of the day from Target. See you next time for day 13.